Hey everyone, today's session is all about feel-good movement. This is a mobility routine designed to help you release tension, improve flexibility so that you can move with ease and freedom. Whether you're here to recover from training, wake up your body first thing in the morning, or simply here just to move, this will leave you feeling loose, refreshed, and re-energized. So go and grab a mat, let's dive in and get your body feeling its best. Make your way to the back of your mat and take a big breath in. As you do this, reach your arms up towards the ceiling, look up, and then on the exhale, imagine you're diving. So reach forward whilst rounding your back and lower yourself down towards the floor. On your next inhale, come up to a flat back and then exhale. Release back down to the floor, soften your knees and roll up through the spine, lower back, middle back, upper back, and then roll your shoulders back. Repeat the sequence again, moving in your own time and at your own pace. The next time you roll down, stay there and walk your hands forward just to bring yourself into a pike position. So now we're going to mobilize the back. Lift your heels, round through the spine, and then come into a plank. Once you hit plank, soften your knees, sit back towards your feet, and then repeat the flow again. Be sure to keep your breath flowing so that you stay as calm and as relaxed as possible. Try to find a nice flow. It's almost like your body is a wave. It doesn't really stop moving. Step your right foot forward and start to lean into the front leg just to stretch out your hip flexors. When you find your max stretch, sit back towards your heels and try to fold over the right leg. So it's a combination of hips and hamstrings. Now I am keeping this one moving, but you're always welcome to pause and hold, especially if you've got any tight spots that perhaps need a little bit more time. Next up, we have piked leg circles. So lift your hips up towards the ceiling and then send your right leg up as high as you can and then start to circle your leg around. Now this is quite challenging, especially if your legs are feeling quite tight or maybe even your shoulders. As long as you're feeling that circular motion, then you're all good. Don't worry about how it looks. Give me one more full circle and then bring your knees down onto the mat. We're going to do a very similar action, but this time keeping the knee bent so there's less tension and stress going through the hamstrings and also the shoulders, and a little bit more focus on your hips. I feel like these are the type of movements that are so underrated, especially when it comes to people that strength train and do high intensity. The more you can move, then the better range you have, and then the more efficient your training is going to be. Right, step your right foot out to the side and then start to rock backward and forward. So now we're placing a bit more focus on that inner thigh. Not gonna lie, this might be quite intense. Highly recommend to take deep breaths and to move slowly. There is also the option to come into a static hold as well. Bend your right leg and let's reset. Sit back towards your heels and take a nice energizing breath in. As you exhale, you're going to snake through, literally ripple forward onto the mat and then lift your chest up. As you come down, reach your right arm out to the side and then you're going to bend the left knee and wrap it around. So this is almost like a scorpion action. So there's quite a few things you could focus on here. You've got that right shoulder and chest getting a stretch. It's also really good for the back. There's a bit of rotation involved. And then with the left leg, it's a little bit of a hip opener as well. There is no wrong or right with this. Literally just do what feels good for your body. Right, lift yourself up. So we're going to come onto our knees. Feel free to roll your mat up for extra padding. Now, once you're upright, start to rotate towards the right. And then as you do this, maybe start to think more about a rotate and a reach towards that right foot. So this is a really good one to open up your hips, but also to extend your back. Make sure you engage your glutes. If you want, you could even reach the left arm up and overhead. Play around with it. Remember, we're not trying to achieve a set shape. You may find as well, if you come back to this routine, your body will start to open up. Right, let's do this whole sequence again on the opposite side. So I'm just going to turn around so you get a better view. Of course, you do not need to do that. Step your left foot forward to come into a deep lunge and then start to rock backward and forward. So this is where we stretch out the hamstrings and the hip flexors. Take your time to move through this. Of course, as we are starting a new side, it might take a few repetitions before your body starts to really open up and release. Finish the one you're on and then pike your hips up towards the ceiling for those straight leg circles. Send your left leg back and up. When you find your max stretch, bring it out to the side and continue to circle the leg around. Now, I know this is quite challenging, so remember, listen to your body and don't forget, we're going to put our knees down on the mat right after this. Yes, yes, let the celebrations begin. You can put your knees down on the mat. Let's continue with the circles, but this time keeping the knee bent. Keep a sense and feeling of pushing through your arms so you're not collapsing into your shoulders. And don't be surprised if this side feels a little bit different to the first. It is common to have imbalances in the body. In fact, it is very normal. Try to move through the same range if you can feel it as you did on that first side. Moving on to the inner thigh stretch. So step your left foot out to the side, arms stretched out in front, and in your own time start to rock backward and forward. Slow down your breathing and perhaps see if you can use the exhale to go into a deeper stretch. If there are any tight spots where you want to pause and hold, then of course you can. Let's come out of this one and we'll just sit back on our heels, literally for 1 second. Take a nice big energizing breath in, and then on the exhale, snake through, lift the chest up, and then slowly lower your chest back down to the floor. Bring your left arm out to the side, bend your right knee, and it's that scorpion action where you're wrapping the right leg around to the left. So you're stretching out the chest and shoulder, mobilizing the spine, and extending the right hip. Let's come out of this one and sit back in a rest pose, reconnecting to your breath. Try to direct your breath into the front, back, and sides of your lungs. Slowly unravel and make your way onto your knees, and then start to rotate towards the left. Gradually building this until you're able to reach closer or maybe even onto your heel. If you have the mobility, then you may even go into that full back bend where you're reaching the right arm up and overhead. Don't forget to engage your glutes, as this really helps you to open up through your hips and gives you more support and connection whilst you back bend. We are moving on. Place your hands onto the floor and once again pike your hips up towards the ceiling. In your own time, start to pad through your feet. So you're just pushing one heel down at a time, bending one knee, extending the other. And then slowly walk your hands back towards your feet to roll up through your spine, restacking lower back, middle back, upper back, and shoulders back. Bring one arm up, grab your wrist and pull yourself over into a side bend. Doesn't actually matter which way you go. Release your arms, big breath in, and then exhale, bring your arms up. Take another energizing breath in, and as you exhale, bend the opposite way. Recenter, release your arms, and final time, reach up to the ceiling, and then exhale, let it go. That's the end of today's session. I really hope you enjoyed it. Come back to this anytime you need a quick reset, stretch, and release. Enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully see you again on the mat soon.